Okay, Math Minute 17. Problem number 1 says, in a math problem, which one of the following should be done first? And this goes back to the idea of PEMDAS. So this is the order that you solve a math problem. So you do the parentheses first, then you do exponents, and then it's multiplication, or division, and then you do addition or subtraction. So if I look at my choices here, it says which one would I do first? Well, you do the parentheses first, so let's circle A for that one. And then problem 2, it says in a math problem, which of the following would be done last? Well, last is either addition or subtraction. So we're going to circle addition for that one. Number 3 says 4 1/4 plus 3 2/4. So these are called mixed numbers. And the first thing I do is I add the whole numbers here. So 4 plus 3 is going to be 7. Then what I notice here is that my denominator is the same. So that's going to stay a 4. And then I just add the numerators. So I have 1 plus 2, which is 3. So 4 1/4 plus 3 2/4 is going to be 7 3/4. Number 4, 576 divided by 10. Well, one of the rules in math is when you divide by 10, you could just move the decimal point one place to the left. So in the number 576, even though I don't see the decimal point, it's right at the end of the number. And when I divide by 10, what that tells you is I'm going to move the decimal point one place to the left. So now it's going to be 57.6. So I didn't even need a calculator for that. And that's my answer for that one. Number 5, which of these shapes is congruent? So remember, congruent means same. So the shape that is the same as this one, well, it can't be B, C, or D, because those just don't look the same as this one. But A is just this shape sitting on this side. So we'd say those are the same or congruent. Problems 6 through 8 use the grid to the right. Number 6 says, what is the area of the shaded region? So all that means is they just want us to count up how many of these shaded squares there are. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15. What fraction of the squares in the grid are shaded? Well, the top number is going to be 15, because we just counted that. So then let's count the rest of them. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 15 over 25. Now that's not in lowest terms, because I can divide both of these by 5. 15 divided by 5 would be 3. 25 divided by 5 would be 5. So 3/5. What percent of the boxes in the grid are shaded? So to change a fraction to a percent, we're going to go 3 divided by 5. If you do that on a calculator, you get 0.6. And then to change that decimal to a percent, you multiply by 100, which would give you 60%. Number 9, if 15 over 25 equals x over 100, then what's x? So again, this is a proportion problem. And to solve a proportion, you cross multiply and divide. So we're going to do 15 times 100. And then we're going to divide it by the other number, which is 25. So if I do that on my calculator, you get 60. If 60% of the shape is shaded, what percent is not shaded? Well, the whole grid here, if you're talking about a percent, would be 100%. And if 60% of it's shaded, to figure out what percent is not shaded, you would just subtract. And 100% minus 60% would be 40%. And that concludes Math Minute 17.